Yes, and we are live here in my podcast. I'll be like showing here and there whatever time I am available because I am still working as a full-time nurse in a pediatric hematology oncology unit in one of the biggest hospitals here in Texas. And I am so glad and happy that I have my co-nurse, my business partner, our our leader, our coach in our business community. So let me introduce to you Sister Pinky Carpizo. And yes, thank you so much, sis.
I'm nervous.
You are
Magandang
nervous
umaga
because
po.
I'm nervous.
I was like, when you have a little bit of butterfly in your stomach, that's how it feels like when you are on the other end of an interview. But thank you very much, Mabel, for taking this opportunity to be a part of your podcast and interview to share with you this massive opportunity. Maraming marami pong salamat, from all walks. The Entrepreneurial Talk
Entrepreneurial
by
talk.
Nurse Mabel. Magandang umaga po, good morning, and world. This is a place you want to be today. God bless everybody. And listen deep because it's an opportunity of a lifetime that has changed my life.
Yes, di ba? Change her life. Really, it's for sure. Kasi gusto kong malaman, sis, dahil I know that I I heard on the backstage when we were talking, she is Ilocano um, by heart, by blood. But of course, hindi siya marunong mag-Ilocano kasi she grew up already in somewhere in the Philippines, not in Isabela. So, yes, sis, ano ba ang pwede bang i-share mo yung genealogy ng ng family mo? So,
Okay. So ako po'y, I grew up in the Philippines, and I came to the States when I was 22, going 23. Ang aking pong ama ay namatay 1989. No, in 1988, a few months after I graduated. So ang aking pong ama ay namatay. So a year after, luckily I finished college. I was able to pass my board. So everyone was fearful. Seven kids, three done in college. My mom mostly was a stay-at-home mom, but she's like a lot of social connection. So we told ourselves, how are we gonna do this? There was, believe it or not, when he died, someone opened the refrigerator and he said, "Wow." Mr. Ventura is already dead. I don't know what's going to happen. This is not a lie, but the plant swayed like that. And he probably would say, "You think my children will not be okay even if I'm dead?" But the plant swayed like that. So you know how when he died, it was just um, it wasn't expected. It was a massive stroke to the respiratory center of his brain. So it was a gradual bleed, and it was a week. It was a week, and that time he was still working with Kuangko. So we lifted him from Tarlac to Makati Med. On arrival to emergency room, he coded. He
wow.
coded. So
Parang akong
he has,
kinikilabutan, sis, 'no?
yeah, he was intubated and brought to intensive care. By that time, he had a massive shift. We call it when the brain is already full of blood, shifted enough, and that's it. They wanted to cut him and do craniotomy, but I was a graduate nurse, and I said the most beautiful part of my dad is the brain because he was an inventor, and I said no. And they asked me, "Are you a Catholic?" Yes, I'm Catholic. So we just got him out of ICU. We had a nurse sit with him, and he died after six days. So that made me push myself to get out of my comfort zone to apply. But God paved everything. So that's the story of how I came to the States. But there was a need. Uh, I didn't want to be a nurse. I thought nursing was just a maid job.
Ah,
I wanted to do medicine or a law, but my aunt is in Philadelphia and she said do nursing so you can come to the States. So it was already in their plan, which I came in and luckily I finished nursing and that kind of helped some of my mom and all of us just helped and everybody finished school. So that's
yes.
genealogy in short.
Yeah, so that's really true. Kasi parang ano, may mga tao talaga na nandyan behind you, and then they'll be like pushing you to do something, and they see that you could do that, right? If you go to those people na parang may ano sa'yo, may trust sa'yo that you could do something better than what you are doing right now, go to them and listen to them. So it's the same thing as what we have here, right? Go to the people that will bring out the best in us. So maraming salamat at nakilala kita. I know, I said to myself when I saw you on Flock, because us in our business community, we have this app we call Flock, wherein we will be like, talking to each other, communicating to people in our business community. And mind you, sis Pinky, I was so telling myself that I'm gonna go to her group, because she has her nurse entrepreneur healthcare heroes group. So I said I keep bothering her, and I think na nakulitan si Sis Pinky, and she finally decided, says okay, I'll invite me on this friend request me on this group, and then I'll accept you, and then the rest is history. Alam niyo yon, yung tipong sinama niya na ako dito sa aming accountability community, wherein I gain more confidence in myself. Yes. Alam niyo yon, yung tipong very unselfish ang mga tao po dito sa community na ito. They're here. As what Sis Pinky and the other people always say, pay it forward. Yun ang nakatanim na sa isip ko. Yes, and that's really true. Yes. And Sis Pinky, yun nga sabi mo, your dad is Ilocano, and then lumipat kayo sa Tarlac because that's where your dad, got his job. And sabi mo, inventor siya. So what do you mean by that?
So, ang father ko po, and my mom and my dad met in Manila. My father
Mhm.
went to school in Manila. So, he was the sole graduate of microbiology in Araneta then. So, he already invented other things before he graduated. And then Cuancos hired him as their microbiology. So, I was born and raised in Luisita. That's why my name is Luisita. So, he is an
Oh,
inventor.
right.
He invented biogas in the Philippines because the Coancos owned Hacienda Luisita, which is sugarcane factory, and the factory would emit a noxious smell, bad smelling air. So they're gonna shut down the company. So he's loved by Don Pedro. Every time he comes home, there's an 8 staff in there. He would call my father first. So when Noy Noy comes, he would come and they'll play pelota or tennis. So they love him dearly, and they said, okay, let's invest on how to get the waste out of the
Sugarcane.
sugarcane factory. So and then it smells when they come in. So it took a long time. His people don't believe him. People would laugh at him, but his greed for work is he would wake up in the middle of the night to go to work to just invent, and he's a very humble Ilocano. You won't even know. Even if his shorts is butas, you won't even know he's Pete Ventura. He's so humble. So it took him a long time to study the biogas, and maybe from I was born 66 in Luisita. He was already studying it, and the full blast of that invention came 1978. His very big project was the very time before he died, 1988. There was an inauguration where he had another. The Coanco already utilized it, and part of their effluent and part of the waste became gas and fertilizer and all that. It was a big project, and then he was subcontracted by an alcohol company in Pampanga, where they're also going to shut down the Pampanga alcohol distillery. And it was a side business that he had as a secret under the table because it's his invention. So it was an inauguration of big tanks of like lagoons. And the inauguration was lit the lagoons, and it blew out in fire, meaning to say that is gas. So he was very busy, and he was in Germany, he was in other places, and he had high blood pressure, and he doesn't take his BP meds. And he's a little
Oh,
bit on the chubby because he's Ilocano. He loves to, my mom spoils him. And they were building house in Manila. So they were like, as I said, money is not everything, because when there is money and project, you lose track of the little things like being monitored if he's taking his medication. If it's It was a highly stressful job. So after the inauguration, I graduated March, and June he had like a awarding ceremony. And actually in Isabela they named one of the street that is where his parents are under his name. But he had a massive stroke. July 27, and he died August 3. I don't want to cry. So
Oh,
just to come think of it, anything that you have can go away. From dust you came, dust you return.
yeah. Look at
So
that.
it
Yes.
was so hard that what the heck happened? Like money flowing in and project flowing in, and what the heck happened? So when God tells you you're done, and when God tells you it's not meant to be, it's never gonna meant to be. But anyways,
You know
it
what?
was meant for me and Mabel to meet in this online business, because let me not focus on that. But that was the grind, that was the driving force. That's why I work hard, because I got it from mom and dad. So when I opened up the Healthcare Heroes in Dream Team, my intention is because we have so much nurses here in this online business, and I didn't know you were reaching out, because when you get busy, as I said, you lose track of that healthcare heroes inside our flag. But anyways, once you join us to the healthcare heroes, that can push. My take for Mabel is that I am this age where I am comfortable to push you to your greater heights, and I believe in her because she keeps begging me, says, join me, blah, blah, blah. And I said, this kid is an eagle. This kid knew what she wants. So I got her, and then I pushed her further to get her group by herself. But anyways, I got that. I think the unselfishness and the drive to get there springs from the connection, the network that I grew up, and the father and the mother that I had. So that is just the story. But that's the past. Like,
Yeah.
if probably he's alive. If he's alive right now and he's in the biogas industry, it's a different story.
He must be a millionaire now.
I won't be grinding. And my children didn't know until they visited my friend in Ireland. We grew up together, and Daddy, Mommy, Tita Pin said that if Lolo is alive, it will be a different story. But it wasn't meant to be.
Yes. I think this, you know what? As what we always say, I heard that, you said that you're Catholic and I'm Catholic and we believe in God. We don't have anything against any religion, right? As long as we believe in God, some people will believe in universe. So we respect that. And I'm just so happy that you're sharing all this, things about your dad. And I'm pretty sure this is the first time that you're sharing it in public, right? And I'm so happy that I really like, I don't know, I just said to you the other day, Sis Pinky, can you be my guest on my podcast on Thursday because I'm off and I don't have anything to do, as what you said. You don't have anything to do today too, and you said yes. And I think it's really God's plan that He's putting all of these things into places because we wanted to, inspire people that we are real people, right? That we are not, hiding anything. Look at you. You show, even if you feel, sad when you think about your dad, what happened to him, but then you're just so proud that your dad is an inventor, that he is there. I'm pretty sure he's so happy of what you are now because from a very young age, 22 years old, coming to the US, not knowing anything. Back then, we are too naive, right? Right? We
Yes.
didn't know, like, you'll be like just smiling at the corner. They didn't know that we
Yeah.
are so smart people,
Yeah.
but yes, and they will be like, that being far from your mom at age 22, right? Can't you
Yeah.
believe that? Being
Yeah.
far from anyone. And you said that your aunt is from Philadelphia, but then you said you were saying that you came from and from Tarlac or from Philippines, you went to New Jersey. So you're by yourself, right? So
Yeah.
how is it set as sis when you started in New Jersey?
So when I started in New Jersey, since my family, they are very protective too. So my aunt said, go to New Jersey because that's close to Philadelphia. So there were 20 nurses. That time, 1989, nurses are in demand and are hired and placed in great hospital. My airfare was free. I was bringing $100 because my Lola and my auntie is already there. That's all I brought in. The funny part is there's this thing that I brought in a hammer. I have no idea why I bought a hammer. So it was like when you're in JFK, that's where we landed. It was like
Uh-huh.
it was making noise. And I said, how did this hammer came in? But you know what? As I've said, when I got married, my husband didn't know where I came from, who my father is. I did not tell anybody. I didn't tell my in-laws. I didn't tell anybody because for the fact that why, I want them to know me as me. But I was so simple, like I didn't know that the world could do something like I leave my wallet everywhere because as I've said, money comes and go. Money is a tool. So I did not. I was so tanga. I didn't even know how to cook. When my
Mhm.
my auntie came, they said, okay, they came to New Jersey, right? It was free housing.
Mhm.
It was God is so good. Everybody had a room, but God gave me a single room. So it's like, what is so special? So everyone was fighting in their double room because they're a struggle of personality, and I was by myself in the room. So I said, God, Tatay, you really are like, and then they would come and I don't know how to cook. And I had made sure I had ensure. And I told my brother-in-law, do you want ensure? Because I don't know how to cook rice. And but the house was across the
The
street, the
hospital.
hospital. So the snow, I didn't drive. I would go to the grocery store, carry my grocery store. Really, it like humbled me. I said, it's so heavy. Ang bigat-bigat nito. Parang you wanna cry because you're really learning life.
Uh-huh.
But at 59, so even if you put me at 59, even if you put me in a little room, I don't mind. I could sleep in a little room because um, the humbling and the learning and the failure, I don't want to cry, and the failure made
Aw.
me who I am. So
Oh my God. Now you make me cry.
I can't like with all what's the struggle and the success, put me anywhere. I won't mind.
Yeah.
Make me
Yeah.
drive an ugly car. I don't mind because I knew how it's like to have, and I knew how it's like to have not. So
I
now it's like, oh, I don't need that. I don't need shopping, or I just need to enjoy and be successful in this online business, and I have more zest to do. I
yeah.
feel as to carry something bigger than what I can do in the next 20 years, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but the passion at this time of this online business is so massive, and I know it's going to lead places and help out other people who have the ability and the potential to pre-retirement. Actually, I'm going to talk about that to pre-retirement to retirement. And enjoying just what nursing has given and what more to share as an
Yeah.
IC nurse. And you know what? There's so much to share in this world and time. Why not?
Yes.
My dad died without sharing how it works.
I know. I know. But I
My
know that
dad
God.
is my dad is my soft spot. I'm so sorry, guys.
I know. I
All right.
know. I know.
Okay,
So
okay, okay.
yes, I think it's all put into places, sis. Kasi kung hindi nawala si tatay, si daddy,
Yeah.
hindi ka mapupush to do something better for your life, right?
Yes.
And all the things, as what you've said, all the challenges that you went through is what it made you to be a better you, to be the best you right now. And alam ko nata-touch natin yung ano mo, yung sa kaloob-looban ng puso mo. But it's just so nice sharing to the world, right? The the beauty of what your father and where you went through from from 22 years old moving to New Jersey without anything. Alam ko na because your dad works with the Cojuancos, I'm pretty sure you have your katulong everywhere here and there, and then you even have drivers, right? So hindi mo talaga natutunan na magtrabaho ng talagang puspusan, right? But here when you come to the States, you do everything. You wash your own clothes, your dishes, and now that we have kids, we have to drive them in all their activities. So, sis, how were you able to tackle all those things when you got married with your husband and having like the kids? Did you ever like to supplement your income? Did you ever do like extra jobs aside from your full-time job?
Yes, absolutely. The thing that though when everybody has the ability to get to where they want to go. but I have a certain greed where I want to get to. I thank my parents for that. So when things were tough, there with us Filipino, we have idealism. Like we want to buy this. I wasn't like I want to buy this. This is the kind of furniture I want. This is a kind of thing. Without with help from our family, raised family, we bought a condo right after getting married. And you forgot you're gonna pay for that condo.
Yeah.
You bought this nice furniture. You gave away your cash. Okay, and then you have babies. You're gonna take a break from nursing because you're gonna nurture the baby. So
Mhm.
it was like compilation of you know what? We did a good job. We bought this, but do we even know have enough to pay for this thing? And so you have to learn how to navigate, how to pay stuff, how to find another job so you can supplement the income. You have to learn how to juggle being a mom. Uh, my husband is a traditional Filipino, so I would cook food and all that. My children said, Mommy, I don't even know how you did it. And the greed of, okay, we wake up at 6 o'clock, you're gonna eat at 7 o'clock, you're gonna take a bath at 7 o'clock. That's how I thrived. I put schedule. You're gonna read a book right there. You're gonna shower. You're gonna like, oh, but I hired a teacher to help me out. I still had that mentality like you can hire somebody to help you out.
Yeah.
I was 20 something. I ended up, I'm the one cooking the food. I'm the one folding the clothes. So she was just there to watch my kids. So I put a
Mhm.
little bit more headache into my head. And it was just idealism that stuck to the idealism of what's supposed to be done. And that pushed me through. And I never give up, like how hard it is. There were a point in time when I was per diem and I didn't have job. I have to leave my condo, sell that condo, go to LA, train as intensive care nurse, bring all my family, live in an apartment, have another job in the city, and Ray would babysit the kids. So I've been there. I know how it's like to be a nurse that doesn't have enough money. Whatever I did not experience the first 22 years of my life, I experienced the next half of my life. So you can say that, oh, she's went into the business because she has money. No, she talks like that because she doesn't need how to talk Tagalog. I talk Tagalog. I know how it's like to to know count pennies, to buy gas, to so I can relate to all walks of life as a person and as an entrepreneur. But the thing that kept me going is God, really. God paved the way. My faith kept me going. The background I came from, my mom didn't know that I was going through whatever I was going through. Because of course, when your mom is mom, she has ideal of who you're gonna marry, has idealism of this is who you're gonna marry. She stopped talking to me for 2 years because this is who you're gonna marry. That's how Filipinos are. We are if especially coming from Luisita with the same people that you go with. This is who you're gonna marry. This is who you're gonna marry, and things happen. That's how it happened. So I never told them how hard it was. I never told them that I was counting pennies. I never told my auntie that, I am gonna lose my condo. All was proving. And then the most beautiful part is I have beautiful children that did very well. My husband's there. He works more than me. That's why I'm able to do per diem now. Before we would do two job, and we just made it happen. So there is no hardship that cannot be overcome with God.
Yes, I love what you said. There's no hardship that cannot be overcome by God. If you really trust him, if you pray for him and you know what your purpose in life. Yes. And I love how you're sharing that the same thing with me, sis. Now, my parents didn't really, as what you've said, they have someone that they wanted for you, that they wanted this, person they want. But you know what? God is putting you on the right people. And we didn't even know that you're gonna meet your husband on my husband too, through someone or through uncertain circumstances. So my
Mm.
husband also got was not liked by my parents, but because they're good guys, they're good people, and they God knows that we are good persons. So there's God sending us the right people to us, which is my husband. Though he was married before, that's what another thing for our parents. If a person is married from before, they thought that I destroyed their marriage, that kind of thing. But there's stories behind it, why it happened, right? Yes. And I know we're Catholics and we're going through that process now. We're being, we're processing our, my husband's annulment through the Catholic Church. We don't encourage that. But this is what I could advise to people. Please, 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 before you get into any, into any deeper relationship, you have to make sure that this is the person that you are going to the rest of your life. Because for us, I know it's hard for what I went through. Parang dumaan sa butas ng karayom eh. But we have to prove. We have to prove to our families, to my parents, and now they are loving my husband more than I am.
Yes. My
Yes, because
mom loves Ray.
yes, they know the goodness of our husband's, heart already. My aunts in New Jersey, they love him so much. They would always tell me, Mabel, stop being nagging to stop nagging to your husband. Stop being mean to your husband. They love him more than I am. No, just kidding. But yeah, and what you said also, sis, just to let uh, wanted to let you know, and the rest of the people here, especially Filipinos, here in the States, you think that when we are wearing a beautiful, clothes, a nice car, that means that we are rich already. No, we work hard for that. We work too hard. You don't know how much, yung pambabastos, or I mean,
Mm,
what you call that, the things that we hear from people that we take care of, yung mga pangliliit nila sa atin, and dealing with culture shock when we just moved here. It's just so hard. And of course, the bills that we pay, there's a lot of bills that we have to pay. But then, of course, because in the goodness of our heart, if
right.
people will reach out to us in the Philippines, our families, our friends, our classmates, kahit konti, konti na lang yung nasa amin, we still share it with you because that's how we love you. Yes. That's how we say that, okay, even if we're struggling here in the US, we still want to share because we wanted to help. Yes. We have those little, little ano pa rin, na nandyan sa puso namin na we are here to help you guys. But you have to also make sure that when you call, I know that you'll be like questioning why it's just this amount, right? Isipin din ninyo na we are also paying our bills. We are also, struggling with our, finances. That's why we are here in this business. Because aside from our full-time jobs, we could do this, right, sis Pinky? You are per diem
Yes.
now. So it's just so nice. Thank you so much for, for this business because you are able to do per diem now. And definitely I am, I have those plans also, and that's why I'm always here present in our on our social media platforms, and just sharing to people and educating them that we are real people, that we are into this business because we wanted to do more, to share more. Yes. So Sis Pinky, I know that she's a very busy person because she's now a coach, and of course she's mentoring and coaching a lot of people, and she's very active also in our business community, sharing all her expertise. So sis, I know that your kids are finished school already, and some of them are, are already married. So can you share what they've done in their life? And
Oh my God, Mabel. Okay, let me share you this. Okay, lahat po ng bagay lumilipas. Okay, and the principle of life, I think, is when you give, you get something back. So, and you always hold on to the values and mission that your parents did. You know, even how hard life could be from the start, it you don't stay there. But I truly encourage. Even when I didn't have much, I always make a point to give to church or what, but because it comes back to me in magnitude. So the goodness that I have, I feel I'm a good person because I don't talk behind other people. I just mind my own business. I really truly push people to be the best version of themselves, and so doing that came back to my kids. I have four beautiful children. They are actually, I have one son who works for Accenture as a computer and as a computer science who works for the government. So, and I have an accountant who mastered in University of Southern California. And I have a son who graduated in London. He's social media and media arts, and I have a daughter who's a bio major in UCLA and hopefully going to med school. So I feel like God has given me the gift of all the sacrifices of my two job, of my unselfish love for other people, and my overcoming failures that He promised, you're gonna get this back. So I got the best version of the best version of my children, and how I smile, how I talk is how my children are. So that is in itself a gift. Of course, they were raised in Catholic school, in prep school, but they still have to assert themselves whether it's Catholic the only it. So my son is Christian. My oldest is very active in church, and my two who are prep grad from Bishop Eustace and St. Joseph Preparatory School in Philadelphia, where the best of the best goes. It's still, you know what, with all the Catholic thing that happened, they struggled with what happened inside a Catholic church. So me and my daughter are the core and the seed that prays for them every day. So I think what you did from the past, what your parents did from the past, the generation will come. So, like this online business, what I'm doing right now is a generational wealth that I can pass to the kids. But as I've said, I am just blessed to have beautiful children and two grandchildren. And the demeanor, amazingly, how they are is how you are. So, what they see, as they always say, I didn't even know how you did it, mommy. You were, as I said, my husband is my fifth child. It was all mommy, so many. But I don't want to put that. But that is part of being a mom. The sacrifices of head over heels in love with your children, no matter what. Wake up in the middle of the night, feed them. You unselfishly. Actually, my daughter said, "Mommy, when we go eat out, you don't order for yourself, but my friend's mom order for themselves first." And I learned how to forget about myself. I learned how to, well, I could buy with one tuition fee, one Louis Vuitton every month with one child in preparatory school. I did not. I don't have, one gifted me Louis Vuitton, but I don't want to use it because it's not something that I feel like, okay, if I have $1 million in there, I'll use it. If I don't, I don't. You know what I mean? Those are material things that can come and go, but the education of the kids, the way they are right now, I don't epitomize them, but I'm thankful for them because they're just good children. I'm sure they're, but it's a work in progress. Like being in this business, work in progress. I could have made a big goof in raising them if I wasn't selfless, I think, right? Because I see it in a new generation. That's not how it is anymore. Not that it's different. It's different to see the new generation. It's more of the entitlement and I have my own life, I'm gonna lead my own life. It's an old fashioned way of raising kids. I got it from mom. So mom raised us the same way. We talk and act the same as my children, as my siblings. So as when they come see their uncles and aunties, they say, "Mommy, they're exactly who you are." So I think it came from parents. So I hope I pass it on. But I'm happy that the children are thriving, are happy, are close. So that's the most important thing. And it didn't go into their head, the crowd, the network they have, and they remain humble. And just says it's just money. You know,
Yeah.
what more
Yes.
can you use with money? Like
Yeah.
my third son earns more than me and dad, but he just say, how much, like, let's not talk about money. Money is money. So he always says like money, because my husband always, how he's from Pangasinan, it's always like, okay. And they don't like that, like they don't like
Yeah.
that. But anyway, so I'm happy that God gave me the children, and I'm happy that I did my part when they were growing and forgot about myself. And I'm happy that I found this online business that I finally can do something other than raising kids because they're already grown. So if you are
Yeah.
a retiree and you have more zest, in yourself, and you deserve something that all of us Filipino do the same thing. Anyways, we raise our kids. This is the business that could prepare you for pre-retirement, retirement, and the best version of yourself. So our life didn't end after the kids finished school. So there we go.
That's really true, sis. And then as what we've tackled already about family, faith, and our finances. So now, what about fitness, sis? You are you yourself.
All
What
right.
what
So
do you do to, like to show how you love yourself now?
now,
And fitness, yes.
fitness,
What do
I
you do?
walk. Yeah, I walk. I seem to get a little bit more stressed easily lately than before. So I walk. It's more so when I want to check my blood pressure. If that's the case, I check my blood pressure. I know it's higher when I feel headache and all that. And having a history of my father dying at age 54, I'm very cautious of that. So I do walk. Luckily, God has given me this place. Wasn't my place when they were growing up. We were living in New Jersey, and you know how New Jersey is, so we could walk in Barclay and walk around. But this is thank God that I thank God every day for just the sight. I walk, and then I read a lot, the same as I used to be. I'm a geek. I read. Uh, I'm a I'm studying to be a life coach, so that is my passion for now. Because life coaching is not just helping you to be positive learning. It's more like it's for me. And then what else? So that's my fitness for my brain. My fitness for my body, I'm not the kind of person to go to the gym. I'm shy. I'm a shy person, an introvert. I walk, and I eat healthy. So every one of us eat healthy, because Ray has a little bit of proteinuria in the urine. So everyone doesn't eat sugar anymore. Although all his GFRs and everything are normal, everything is normal. So it's a wake up call for everybody. The children are very health fit. So I see that they are, and my daughter pushes us to be fit. Financially, this is the thing. Everything that I had, everything that we earned, everything that we have was we went to paying bills, educating the kids, and now a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and reinvestment, and I truly encourage everybody to, if you can buy homes, and then this is saving grace, because that paid help us, and this house that we own, we bought it simultaneous when we had the money, and we kept up with it no matter how hard it is. So now I'm able to enjoy this, and sold the other house in New Jersey. And it's a big thing. Through that, selling that house, able to invest in this online business. And then just be very careful with your money. Money is, people will use money. I had one time we were buying a house in New Jersey on top of these other houses. We gave $10,000 to a Filipina, cash. And we didn't know that she was doing that to a lot of people. So, and the house that we were buying, we were already cleaning, the pool we were cleaning, it's a big yard. And we found out that she was naming it to other people. And we were like in the middle of, what happened to my 10,000? But that was, we got that back. So just make sure, finances wise, trust. But anyways, if you lose 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, it's okay. Yeah, you learn from it. What else? Fitness, mind, heart, body, and soul. My soul is my saving grace. Now that I'm per diem, actually, when I went to DaVita as a dialysis nurse, my pay rate as a nurse for 34 years went down. But my goal was to learn how to do dialysis.
Yeah.
So eventually, my goal is to really get the amount of money I deserve as a nurse. So there's just not much per diem nursing anymore. So you have to work as part time. So what? 2 days a week with benefit times two of your income. I will grab that. So currently I'm per diem, but I want to utilize my brain, because you have to use your career to earn money. You have to use your entrepreneurship to earn money. You have to use investment to earn money. You have to save 401k to earn money. You have to buy, if you can buy a house or whatever investment, do it, because we are immigrants. We are more disadvantaged because we started with nothing. If I was in the Philippines and my dad didn't die like the rest of my friends, they never pushed themselves to be somebody because it was handed over to them. But since we're starting fresh here in the United States at 1989, I didn't have anything. I had $100. I got married early. My family kind of disowned me the first 2 years, and then eventually gave me money after, like that. But it was not easy. So if you can save your money, don't buy material things that are necessary. I have a car my sister gave me, and it's probably she hit the back of the car, and my husband put tapes on that. You never know that a nurse is driving that car. I'm driving that car because it's paid off. So that's how I don't care. I don't care about, nice car. I could buy one, but I don't care. But those are the things. But as a 59-year-old, and if you're a starting nurse, use this before this. That's where you're gonna get in trouble. So that's fit wise with finances, because as I was talking, you know what? You gotta be picky. 10 fingers, as my husband said, 10 boyfriends. Pick the best that would lead you there. That's because I'm 59 and I'm being practical. You got to take two to tango to make it in the United States. But if you choose not to, then you have to go through waves. As the Lord said, you have two paths. One is the easy one and one is the right one. So you choose which one you want to go through. If you choose the hard one, then be it. And eventually you're still going to end to the same beautiful life. You just have to make a lot of routes over choosing the path that you know will be best for you. But sometimes beauty can be superficial and you think it's the best thing, and underneath there's still problem that's going to happen. So problem is always there. Financial issues going to be there. But if you find this talk, I truly tell you, as a nurse, me and Mabel as nurses found this business that's gratifying as a person, gratifying as a mothers, as gratifying as a persona. Like look at us. We we're not wearing scrubs. Oh, we can do our job to the best. Okay, we can heal. God gave us that healing touch, but this time it's us healing for what we haven't done. That's it. I think we're a long walk.
Yes. Oh my God. This is just a powerful, interview with Pinky, a life coach. Oh my God. Entrepreneurial coach, everything rolled into one. And of course, she's, per diem nurse. So as I've always said, we're already in America. Use whatever resources, as what Pinky said, resources that we have. We could loan, but that loan, don't put it in a material things,
Yeah.
put it into investing into a business. Yes. So anyway, thank you so much, Pinky. And if whoever could resonate between us, Pinky and I, you could always message us. So Pinky, any word, last words that you could share to us.
I think since we are already in the world of online and you are seeing us every single day, and we are as nurses going out of our comfort zone to share with you a wonderful opportunity, there's more to just sharing our lives in the social media. I was so uncomfortable to do that. As I've said, when I married, I didn't tell anybody who I am, what my father is. My in-laws didn't know who I am. I want to be treated equally. I didn't know how to wash the dishwasher. I didn't know how. I was making this Kool-Aid and I put the Kool-Aid, the big Kool-Aid, in one pitcher. So everything can be learned. And so what if you goof? So what if you show yourself to the world? You are one in billions. People don't even care about you. Just show yourself and be the best version of yourself and capitalize on this online business. Because if you invested 10,000 and you fail and you lost it, who cares if you have more chances to reinvest? Like I gave up my 10,000. Who cares? I gave my 10,000 to this Filipino girl. Did I stick myself in? Did I got depressed and all sad? No, of course I got sad. I worked hard for that, but move on. Capitalize on what this online business that is in front of you, because believe me, you're gonna thank us for just looking at a free webinar and investing at 149. Because are you gonna wait to die and not live the life you're meant to be? I said, no way. If I lose 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, and do it over and over again in my half 50 and the kids are done with school, a retiree, come on. There is more to retiring as a nurse and eating lechon, or going to parties, or I've never parties. When I was a child in Luisita, we have to have guards to go to a party with the Chris Aquino and everybody and Mikey Kuwanko. We have no independence. But you are in the United States. You just come. My friends, they finally came to the United States and they're living the best version of themselves because they saw how we thrive from a good to the bad to the good. So get the opportunity is in front of you, because really money comes and go. And to be in this online business, I think it's the best gift that you can give yourself for your retirement age. That's it. Thank
That's
you,
right.
Elizabeth, for
Thank you so much,
watching.
Miss Pinky. 45 minutes.
I'm
Actually,
so happy.
yes, but it's just, it's just powerful and very inspiring, educating each and every one of our Filipino, followers and supporters, our families and friends, and of course, other, nationality also because we're diverse people. So anyway, we're not, we don't have only the state that we have right now. We are global. So we reach out to other people from different walks of life and different nationality, diverse, and of course different countries. Yes. So anyway, thank you so much again, sis Pinky. And if you wanted to reach out to me, Pinky has a www.pinkycarpizo.com, and mine is mabelcorpus.com. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful night, and God bless you all.
God bless you. Bye bye.